Political leader of the Movement for Social Justice, David Abdullah, is calling on U.S. President Joe Biden to end the blockade against Cuba. On Thursday, Mr. Abdullah delivered a letter to the U.S. Embassy on behalf of several trade, women, and youth organizations. The letter expressed concern about the continued commercial, financial, and economic embargo against Cuba, which has been in place for decades. The MSJ leader claims that instead of ending the blockade against Cuba, the U.S. government has strengthened it, which has affected Cuba's ability to fight the pandemic. Due to the embargo, Mr. Abdullah says it is difficult for Cuba to purchase ventilators and medical supplies that are needed at this time to save lives.
Which was strengthened by Trump imposing 240-odd additional measures during the pandemic. And this, in our view, is horrific. That if President Biden is concerned about humanity, as he has said he is, then the humanitarian thing to do is to end the blockade. Cuba can't buy on the open market syringes or ventilators and other medicines and so on necessary.
Mr. Abdullah believes certain measures can be taken if a full end to the embargo cannot take place.
Or if you can't end the full blockade, because Congress has to support that, although the Democrats control both the House and the Senate, and therefore the blockade can be ended in total, at the very least, reverse all of the Trump-era policies, which policies were the opposite of what you stood for and represented when you were Vice President to President Obama.
In June, the United Nations General Assembly also renewed its call for the 29th consecutive year for the United States to end the embargo against Cuba, which has been in place for 5 decades.